Hello, welcome everyone. Welcome back to Theme Parks Assemble. I am your host, Michael Anthony. I appreciate you guys coming out with me. And yes, man, this weekend it happened. We got D23 news, movies, trailers, park information. So I can't wait. I need to know everything that's been happening. We're just gonna jump right into it. We're gonna watch a recap of it because it's quicker. So we're gonna watch Disney newscast. He has all the announcements and everything. This is my first time reacting to it. If you guys haven't already done so, don't forget to hit that like and sub button. It is free 99, helps the algorithm out, keeps me motivated, and I appreciate you guys. So yeah, let's just get back into it. All right, let's go. Here we go. Ooh, daddy.
And this is DSNY Newscast, and gotta be honest with you, I'm usually a tea drinker, but I've got some coffee here because it's actually 1 AM in the morning right now when I'm recording this, as the Disney Experiences Showcase is only just finished and only just wrapped up, and it was meant to be a 90-minute, presentation, but it went at least 2 to 2.5 hours long. And months ago, when I said that I'd heard that this year's D23 was going to be a big D23 and a return to form, I didn't think it was going to be nearly as big as this.
That's good though.
And
that's always good.
Kind of off the charts, the amount of Disney park projects that were announced at this presentation.
Come on, just give it to me. Just give it to me.
In this video, I'm going to cover absolutely everything in this video that was announced at this presentation. From what I can tell, there's around 23 announcements to go into, which ironically, 23 announcements D23. Don't know if they did that on purpose, but that's kind of what I've got there, 23 announcements to go through. And I won't be going into them in great depth now, but in the coming weeks and months ahead, when we get more details from not just Disney, but also trusted insiders,
I just want to know if we're right.
In-depth videos on these various projects. So be sure.
I just want to know, okay, if we were right about things, right? We talked about villains. We talked about a possible Coco Land. We talked about Avatar. We talked about a third park. What else? We knew there was going to be an Avengers ride at Disneyland. I'm trying to think what else. They were talking about a Moana ride at Magic Kingdom, or another Moana ride somewhere. Most of those should come to fruition.
Be sure to subscribe down below, hit that notification bell, and also I'd like to say a special thank you to the official Walt Disney Club.
Do you like the captions?
For helping support the channel. And if you'd like to become a member, the link is down below in the description box below.
Come on, baby.
But with that being said, where I want to begin is that Josh D'Amaro, the chairman of Disney Experiences, began the presentation by saying this statement. He said, "Everything we share tonight with you is in active development, and this is not blue sky." Now, that's a very big statement to make just before they go and announce 23 projects like this, but they've got the $60 billion investment they're making into the Disney Experiences segment. So, make of that what you will. Everyone's going to have their own opinion on this.
Yeah.
There's a lot of these projects where, clearly they are in active development, but we have seen in the past where some things have fallen off the table. But I think that a lot of these projects will
be happening because of Epic Universe.
Got Epic Universe on the horizon in Walt Disney World. They've been given the green light for Disneyland Forward in California, and so they really want to invest in the parks. It's a big division where
they have to.
Over the past few years, the Disney Experiences division, the Disney parks, has been a massive revenue generating engine for the Walt Disney Company.
That's absolutely true, and it's actually one of the only things that have been giving it money, basically the revenue. Everything else has been losing money for the most part. Maybe not the ships, but I don't remember that. But I know like the movie portion of it and everything. I know they've been losing money a lot around the way, and the parks have only been the only thing that's been kind of keeping them afloat, really. So they need to invest in these parks because they're not getting cheaper. So they need to add more things to them. So I just want to know.
And so I think this is their way of investing into the Disney parks and getting more out of it. And so at the moment, I'm going to take that statement from Josh D'Amaro in good faith that a lot of these things are in
active development.
So with that being said, I'm going to begin with the thing which I'm most excited for.
Okay.
And it's the Walt Disney animatronic.
Ooh, there was a hint about that.
I actually did a video on this back in May, I believe, and it's been announced, this Walt Disney animatronic. This is something which I've wanted to see happen for many years.
That is pretty awesome.
Armchair Imagineering video for an argument for a Walt Disney animatronic.
I wonder how it's going to look.
And they're actually doing it.
And where it's going to be.
As you can see in this concept art, it's going to be Walt Disney sat on the edge of his desk in like a mock office of what his office used to look like. And this is going to be a new show at Disneyland for the 70th anniversary of
Gonna be at
Disneyland, but it will
Disneyland.
also
I'm gonna have
be
to
sticking
go.
around afterwards as well. And it's going to be called Walt Disney: A Magical Life. And this is going to be coming to the Disneyland Opera House next year in time for Disneyland's 70th anniversary. And
Where's the Opera House? I need to figure that out. Somewhere in Disneyland, somewhere. But that's not where Abe Lincoln is it? Somewhere over there?
then after the anniversary, it's going to be moved into rotation,
Don't
daily
know.
rotation, with great moments with Mr.
See, look at that. I'm so good. I don't even know when I'm right.
Both of those shows. And in the video I did
That's
a month or
hilarious.
two ago, I actually said that there was a permit for a turntable within the attraction. It seems that that's
He
what
did.
this
I
is
remember
actually
that
for.
video.
I said that Walt Disney will be on one side of a turntable, Lincoln will be on the other, and they'll have it kind of rotating like that. So yeah, confirmed. Walt Disney animatronic definitely coming to Disneyland. Can't wait to see the first glimpse of this animatronic.
So that means next year,
advancements that they've made with audio.
Definitely next year, I'm gonna have to go to Disneyland. I mean, I'm planning on going anyway, but it just depends on when they release this. I may have to postpone or whatnot.
Animatronics over the years.
To a certain date.
I think that this is going to be fantastic, and it's just great to see the Walt Disney family have given their blessing to see Walt Disney return to Disneyland in many ways in animatronic form, and for this generation to be in the presence of another great man, much like Walt Disney wanted the 1960s generation to be in the presence of the great man of Mr. Lincoln. So very excited for that. Now obviously Walt Disney returning to Disneyland in animatronic form, I think is the biggest thing that's ever going to happen to the Disney parks in terms of legacy and history and all of that sort of stuff. But if we're talking about land announcements, let's move on to the next
let's go.
thing, and that is
Villains
Land, Villains Kingdom.
Yes, there's one confirmation right there. Villains Land. Let's go. I can't wait to see what they talk about this.
Was officially announced to be coming to the Magic Kingdom, and it was right at the very end of the presentation. It felt like it wasn't going to happen, but they did officially announce that Villains Kingdom, or Villains Land, whatever they call it,
Villains Land,
to the Magic Kingdom, and we've received this piece of concept art for the Villains Land.
Ooh, okay, let's see here. We got, is that Maleficent Dragon right there from Sleeping Beauty? That looks like, whose castle is that? Is that her castle? I forget. I mean, it is concept art, but, you know, it's not going to look exactly like this. Concept art never looks exactly like how I mean, look at Epcot for God's sakes, but I like how it's dark and brooding, but who do we have here in Villains Land? That's the question. We need good villains.
And at the moment, this is obviously a very abstract piece of artwork, but they did state that this is in active development. It's going to have 2 major attractions. It's going to have shopping and dining.
Only 2 attractions.
If you look in the artwork, it seems like there's a roller coaster in there. There's Chernobog's Mountain in there as well. So, you know, all of the villains are going to be represented in this land. And personally, I'm very glad to see that they haven't gone with the kind of comical, kind of light-hearted, you know, jokey villains land they could have built. Instead, they're leaning more into what they said on stage, which is this dark, twisted, tormented land instead.
Oh, kind of like Dark Universe, huh? Imagine that.
As after all, Walt Disney did say for every laugh there should be a tear, and you know, it's fine to have some scare elements within the Disney parks. It offers a variety. We've got Haunted Mansion, we've got Tower of Terror, and so with this Villains Land, it's going to offer some more variety at the Magic Kingdom. It seems like this is going to be beyond Big Thunder, you know, up around the back of the Rivers of America, up around there. But this is a huge expansion.
That's where I would expect it to go.
New land coming to the Magic Kingdom, which will help balance and complement Fantasyland in many ways.
And I also think it's probably connect by Big Thunder Mountain and probably on the other side where Haunted Mansion is, somewhere over there maybe.
The Magic Kingdom as well. So
intro, outro.
Fantastic news. I know that's music to a lot of people's ears. Everyone's been wanting this for decades.
Yes.
Villains Kingdom or Villains Land. We haven't got a name for it yet, but what did they call it? It's great news to see it coming to Magic Kingdom. Then let's move into the next big announcement, sticking with Walt Disney World, and that is over at Disney's Hollywood Studios.
Ooh, Hollywood Studios is getting something.
We've heard rumored for many, many years. I've actually done videos on this back in 2017 when I first started this channel. And this is a Monsters, Inc. door roller coaster is going to be coming to
that's going to be cool.
This is official. It doesn't feel real right now. You know, maybe that's because it's 1 a.m. in the morning and
hold on. Hold on, bro. Look at this. That is a dope coaster. It's a like an inverted coaster too. Oh, and they're just like the doors. That is dope. I wonder. Oh man, it's got to be a family coaster, right? So it's not going to be. It's going to be more in the lines of like Guardians. I would feel. I'm thinking that because that. Oh yeah, that's a plus right there. That's a good one. That is definitely a good one. I can't wait to see that one.
Is going to be coming
Yes,
to
yeah.
Walt Disney World. This is official. It doesn't feel real right now. You know, maybe that's because it's 1 a.m. in the morning and all of these projects are things that fans have wanted for many years, but clearly Disney's been listening.
That's going to be so cool. So it's just a coaster, so it's not really a land.
Various pieces of
So it's just a coaster. But if it's just a coaster...
Monsters Inc. Land, Monstropolis, that's coming to Disney
Hollywood. See, you didn't even say that. It's a whole land coming. So we're getting Monstropolis at Hollywood Studios. That's going to be crazy. Man, that's going to be sick.
Studios. It's hard to see where this land is exactly going.
That's what I'm talking about.
On this in the coming weeks over where exactly.
Yeah,
this is going.
Where would you put that?
To guess right now, it's either going to be Animation Courtyard or
yes,
it could be removing Star Tours within Hollywood Studios and putting it there with the Backlot Express area being removed as well and building it there. So we'll see where this ends up going. But
I don't know. I feel like that's not a big enough space for it. That's not a you couldn't put those two there. That's not I feel that's not a big enough space. If you're putting a coaster, that's not a big enough space. So I would say no. I would say if anything, they're probably gonna get rid of like the Disney Junior area. That's where I would expect it to the most. I'm just trying to think also like where the road is, when you pull into Hollywood Studios, like how close you can see stuff from when you're pulling into the exit or whatnot on the side. There should be enough space on there to get rid of Disney. That's where I think it's going. I think they're going to get rid of Disney Junior and they're going to get rid of the launch bay. I think that's where it's going to go. I'm pretty sure that's where it's going to go.
Area being removed as well and building it there. So
I don't think it's going to go there.
Ends up going, but the actual attraction details
I don't like it there.
Is that this is going to be the first ever suspended roller coaster at the Disney parks. So this is going to be a high thrill attraction within Hollywood Studios, and we're going to be going through the door warehouse of Monsters Inc. within Monstropolis. And they have awesome. Come on stage to announce this, but this is huge news for anybody who's been a Disney fan.
I love it.
Many
I like
years,
it.
A Disney parks fan that is, and has been.
And that's one that we didn't even know before. So that was, I mean, he, like you said, he mentioned it back in 2017, but no one even thought that was going to be something. I don't remember hearing it lately.
Tracking these rumors, this is one that we've always thought was going to get announced. It's just felt like it's been fan imagineering, but now it's going to become a reality at Hollywood Studios. They're going to move. That's going to be so cool. I can't wait. Then switching back over to Disneyland, we've got big announcement about Avengers Campus in California Venture, and it's going to be doubling in size.
Ooh, we're doubling. Nice. So at the moment, I mean, that's smart.
Campus is around 4.5 acres, so they're going to be doubling it to around 9 acres in size at California Venture. And
because they're making another ride.
Attraction. In addition to the Avengers e-ticket Quinjet ride, which we've now got the official name of, which is going to be Avengers Infinity Defense, and we'll receive some new piece of
Infinity Defense.
Where it's going to be using.
So there's another. So there's going to be 4 rides.
Story device to get us to go between the various multiverses. And King Thanos has obviously got hold of the portal technology, and so therefore we're trying to wrestle that back off King Thanos. And we'll be going to various environments such as Asgard, Wakanda, and New York City. There's also a brand new attraction that was also announced by Scott Trowbridge, the Imagineer in charge of this. And this brand new attraction is called Stark Flight Lab. And that
looks insane. Hold on. That looks insane. I don't. In my older age, I've don't trust these little arms like this.
In terms of what this attraction is going to be.
Yes, what is that?
Looking at the concept art, that this will be using a Kuka arm style ride system on kind of a moving track, and it's going to be an outdoor attraction, and it's going to use up a very large footprint of the area there. And this attraction is going to simulate various superhero flight profiles, so the way that various superheroes fly. So very interesting to see that they're going to be using this style of ride system. Kind of harkens back to what we heard in 2019
Interesting.
about the Avengers e-ticket ride back then, when they said it was going to be using individual flight within the attraction. This is similar in a way to that kind of jetpack
yeah,
technology that they
okay.
were going to kind of use
I remember
within
that.
attraction.
I remember
So,
that.
very interesting to see 2 new attractions come to Avengers Campus there. Then sticking with California Adventure,
Okay.
we've also had it confirmed that Coco is going to be getting an attraction.
Coco.
And it's going to be at Disney California Adventure.
Ooh,
and
it's going to be at
what's so
California.
interesting about this is
Pixar?
we've got the artwork. It's going to be a boat ride. And there's going to be tons of audio animatronics, but they stated on stage that they're going to be breaking ground on this attraction in 2026. Which leads me to believe that this is going to be an expansion within
the Disney
Disneyland
Ford,
proposal, you know, maybe expanding around the back of Pixar Pier around there instead. And
yeah, that's where I would picture it would go to.
Infrastructure going, so therefore they can expand with this Coco boat ride attraction. But from just looking at the concept art,
It looks like the Grand Fiesta Tour, by the way.
it seems like the boats are similar in a way to Nave River Journey.
Yeah.
Or maybe even Frozen Ever After. They're
I would believe Navi or Grand Fiesta.
smaller boats in terms of the actual boat ride system itself. But very interesting to see Coco get an attraction. First ever attraction in the Disney parks. Positive sign for things to come for Coco coming to the Disney parks. Then also, whilst we're talking about California Adventure, we've had it confirmed at long last that
Yes,
Avatar,
finally.
the themed land, which they've announced earlier this year for the Disneyland Resort, is going to be coming to Disney California Adventure. And
Yep,
it's
okay.
going to be inspired
That's which
by
we knew.
Water and the upcoming movie Fire and Ash as well.
That's another confirm right there.
And this is stuff which I did a video on back in April, saying that this was going to be coming to California Adventure.
Which right there looks kind of cool, actually. All those freaking those little predators right here, man. Yeah, that's crazy. However, everything needs to be brighter. I know this is like concept art, but come on, Avatar is supposed to be very bright at night. So come on now.
And the boat ride within the artwork, it looks very similar to the Shanghai Pirates of the Caribbean boat ride tech.
Yep, and that boat ride tech is so awesome. When we saw that video, man, I wish we used that more, stuff like that.
I thought it was that from the initial piece of concept
if that's
art.
true.
Now we've got more concept art for this. The ride configuration and the amount of guests per row, it matches up too well with the Shanghai
With the Pirates
boat tech for it not to be that.
Makes sense. That makes sense.
This concept art, like where we can see this whale-like creature called the Tolkien. This seems to be a massive projection dome room that is very similar to Pirates of the Caribbean ride.
That would actually almost scare me.
To the surface. So it seems like it's going
Look at that. Can you imagine being in a projector and like that thing jumps out and you get so scared, man? Someone could fall out the boat. Oh man.
Using an awful lot of the same kind of story beats as that attraction, but then applied to obviously the world of Pandora. So big win for California Adventure coming out of this whole thing. They're really putting a lot of money into California Adventure to make this a true competitor to the Disneyland park at Disneyland Resort. So fantastic news for California.
That's going to be awesome.
And also very quickly regarding Disneyland, Tiana's Bayou
Adventure.
Adventure.
Finally got an opening date.
That is November 15th.
November
15th. And
15th.
Critter Country is actually going to get a new name, and it's being renamed to Bayou Country instead at Disneyland.
Okay.
Then moving back on over to Walt Disney World.
Yes, more Disney World
also had
stuff.
It officially confirmed that a nighttime parade, a brand new nighttime parade that is going to be coming to the Magic Kingdom next year, and it's called Disney Starlight.
And again, this is another rumor. We forgot about the parade. That was actually something else that we hinted at. So there's another confirmation.
And if you remember a few months ago, I've been saying that this nighttime parade, you know, I've been talking about this for years, but definitely recently, this has been the chatter that I've been hearing about a nighttime parade. And this is a brand new parade, as you can see in the artwork. and it's going to be brought to life by the magic of the Blue Fairy. So fantastic news that Magic Kingdom's going to have a brand new nighttime parade at long last, and it looks like it's going to be debuting next year in 2025. Then switching gears and moving on over to Disneyland Paris for a moment, we also had it confirmed that a land inspired or themed to the Lion King is going to be coming to Walt Disney Studios Park's expansion area around the lake up there, which is obviously going to be renamed to Disney Adventure World, this park is.
Ooh, nice. And I was supposed to be going to Disneyland Paris next year, but actually I think I can't confirm that. I'm not sure 100%, but we were supposed to go next year, I think.
And we've received a piece of concept art for the main attraction as part of this Pride Rock, Pride Lands, Lion King themed land at Disneyland Paris. And it's a log flume attraction. It looks kind of similar in a way
like
to
Tiana.
Adventure from
I like that. That's a cool. That is a cool concept art because it does look similar to Splash and to Tiana, but then you also have like the Pride Rock portion there. It just looks kind of dope, actually. Like it's made for a flume drop like that. Even though technically it's in Africa, and I don't know how water in general's, but that's just me.
As you can see in the artwork,
too green it looks like.
Seems like it's inspired by the
at least this area
2019 Lion King movie instead of the 1994 animated classic.
Yeah.
Now, on stage they said it was inspired by the animated classic, but the artwork doesn't look like that. We're yet to know exactly which way it's going to go, but either way, Lion King getting a ride at long last
after 30 years. Yeah, exactly.
For Lion King to get that kind of
that's a new one. We didn't know about that one either, so that's another
representation within the Disney parks, in my opinion. Also, very quickly about Disneyland Paris, the Arendelle, the World of Frozen Land, is going to be opening in 2026 at Disneyland Paris.
Okay.
And then also the lake area, which is known as Adventure Bay, is also going to be getting its own nighttime spectacular.
Dope. Okay, so I love it. All right, so they're getting basically a Phantasmic type thing, which is awesome. We didn't know about that. Of course, some of us don't really care about overseas, so it is what it is. But I need to see about then this right here. So yeah, so they're getting a World of Frozen too, just like Shanghai got. Was Shanghai? Yeah, Shanghai or Japan, I forget. Because they have one now, so now they're gonna make one here, and I mean it's Frozen, it's popular, so that makes sense. And so I can't wait to see what that looks like too. I haven't really seen too much of overseas, just from videos or whatever, and it looks pretty cool. But I mean, I like Frozen. I'm not a Frozen person, but it's still, it's going to attract people, so it's definitely a plus.
Arendelle, the World of Frozen Land, is going to be opening in 2026 at Disneyland Paris. And
either way, it's a plus for everything.
The lake area, which is known as Adventure Bay, is also going to be getting its own nighttime spectacular on the lake. So great to see some nighttime entertainment.
Yes, more nighttime stuff would be fun.
Adventure World as well, to keep people around the lake at night. So, and then also over at the Disneyland Park, they've got a brand new castle show, which is going to be debuting in January of 2025. All good news for Disneyland Paris. Sadly, Disneyland Park at Disneyland Paris still didn't get any love in terms of a new attraction at that park. It's been almost 30 years and there's not been a new attraction added to that park. So
what? It's been 30 years and they haven't added anything? That is crazy. That is completely crazy. Wow. Maybe they just don't have the room for it or something. I don't know, man. That's crazy. That's insane.
I'd like to see something come to that park eventually. Maybe that's D23 in 2026. We'll get that announcement. But
interesting.
Good to see Disneyland Paris get some of this investment money as well. And then coming back to Walt Disney World.
Yes, more Disney World.
Cars is going to be coming to the Magic Kingdom. And Josh D'Amaro spoke about how Frontierland is going to be expanding from not just the American West, but it's going to be expanding into the American wilderness as well. Now, we don't know exactly where this is going to be located. It could be beyond Big Thunder, west of Big Thunder Mountain, or it could be actually using up parts of Tom Sawyer's Island to filling that part in over there and saying goodbye to Tom Sawyer's Island and bringing this Cars themed land. Now I've got to say,
so you need to say he's leading with a ride and he's not telling us there's a land, right? But if you remember what they said in the past is that they're leaning more towards putting lands in their parks as opposed to just rides or whatever. So with that in mind, you can assume that there'll be a land, but he's not stating that. He's just stating a ride. So it's getting confusing, but more or less, that would be right. Okay, so let me see where I'm at here. Okay, so Haunted Mansion, my mouse. Haunted Mansion's right here. Okay, yeah. This is Haunted Mansion. This is Small World. That's Peter Pan. There's the carousel. Okay. Here's Tom Sawyer Island. We have Tiana, Big Thunder Mountain. Okay. So yeah, down here, it could be back here somewhere, right? Because we have all this area. We have this whole. We have we might have to. Are they really going to get rid of this boat though? That's going to be the question. Do they want to get rid of this boat? If not, they just cut this off. They just leave it right here and have them circle that, right? And then they can use all this. Or they just get rid of the boat in general. You know? Why? Why not? Just get rid of the boat. Have this connect, right? Or something. Or just build the whole land right here. Fill it up. Put a land all up in this section. Just get it out. And look at all this land right here. You could put a whole... Man, yeah. You could put so much land right here. Yeah, that's where I would do it. Cars Land's right there. That's a perfect spot, actually. But then if you have villains behind it, so it's going to be over here. So that'll be connected through too. That'll be interesting. I mean, they have the land for it. So either way, it's going to be good.
And saying goodbye to Tom Sawyer's Island.
Look at all that land right there. I mean, I know the train's right there, but...
When this was announced in the arena, all the other announcements were met with cheers and applause, but this one was met with a more muted reaction from the crowd. Don't know if that's, people aren't very excited to see Cars at Magic Kingdom.
Because we already have Cars.
I didn't want it in Magic Kingdom. I don't think Cars within Frontierland or...
I don't think it makes sense.
Going beyond Big Thunder and
doesn't make sense.
Seeing anthropomorphic cars talking to each other really makes a lot of sense from a thematic integrity angle, but it is what it is. It's what they're going to do. So
I do like the Lightning McQueen training at Hollywood Studios. I think that's like cool, right? And I do like Cars Land in California Adventure. However, we already have Cars there, right? I don't think we need to bring it over to Magic Kingdom or to Orlando. I think there could have been so many other things they could have brought here. Like Villains Land, like a whole Coco themed world. They could have, I mean, look what they're going to be doing. And he still hasn't even said anything about Animal Kingdom yet. This is not even Animal Kingdom yet. We haven't even got there. It's been everything else but Animal Kingdom. So, and we still got 10 minutes left almost. So there's something's happening. We have other stuff, right, that we need to do. So we were thinking already Indiana Jones and Encanto over there. So that's pretty much those given ones, right? And then they're supposed to be getting rid of It's Tough to Be a Bug and putting Zootopia there. Those are the other things. Cars Land was not even on anyone's list to be put in Magic Kingdom. It is weird, but again, like he said, they're gonna do it. It is what it is. They listen to us at least for some of these things and some not. So we'll have to see how it goes. I don't mind Cars. I like it's a good movie and everything. I don't think it should have been there though. If anything, I think we could have replaced it with something else here, unless they have something else that they're putting in Magic Kingdom that I have no idea about. Or they are still putting Coco there. I'm not sure, but I think the Coco announcement was for Disneyland, and we thought it was for us. So if we're getting 2 expansions like this and Villains, then we don't have anything else for Magic Kingdom. Everything else is going to be Animal Kingdom now. So I think that's what's going to happen. So yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, there's going to be a new Cars attraction there. There's apparently going to be 2 of them, and one of them we've got artwork for, and it looks like a kind of reskinned version of Radiator Springs Races, which my gripe with this is that Radiator Springs Races like Test Track. And Test Track often goes down for incremental weather at Walt Disney World when it thunderstorms. And so, the weather is very different to what it is in California. And so if they open up this new outdoor attraction with this ride system, it's going to have a lot of downtime, which will end up adding a lot of capacity to the Magic Kingdom. So personally, I'm hoping it's not going to be a clone of Radiator Springs races.
I mean,
for
I
that
do
reason
like
alone.
Radiator
Ride
Springs. It's
system
all right, but
itself,
again,
I'm fine with, but not in Walt Disney.
again, yeah, exactly what he's saying. It's just like Test Track, and it needs to be something else. It could do anything else.
Disney World in terms of weather. If they can put it indoors somehow,
Yep,
absolutely fine with it. But we'll see what happens with that Cars attraction as well. Then moving on over to Animal Kingdom,
here we go.
Tropical Americas news in terms of the Dino Land revamp, which is now going to become Tropical Americas, and
It's going to be the Tropical Americas. Hold on, let's see here.
Moving over to Animal Kingdom, we've got Tropical Americas.
Okay, just for the sake of example, so I can show you over here on the other side of this.
In terms of the Dino Land.
Over here is Nemo. So they may or may not get rid of Nemo.
And revamp, which is now going to become Tropical Americas.
Americas.
It was confirmed that dinosaurs going to be becoming
Indiana Jones.
Okay. A few months ago, the Indiana Jones attraction at Animal Kingdom isn't going to be just a clone of the one in either Tokyo or California, but this is going to be its own brand new Indiana Jones attraction.
Thank you so much.
And it's going to take place inside of an ancient Maya temple, and Indiana Jones is going to be seeking out this mythical creature inside.
Because you already know, if they were just going to rehash that one, that's an old ride. Indiana Jones in California is an older ride, so why just rehash? Just like why rehash Cars? You know what I mean? Bring something a little different. I know everything doesn't have to be exactly one for one, and everything doesn't have to be completely different, but come on.
So it's building that kind of mythical element of Animal Kingdom as well, so it fits that kind of narrative. After all, they've got the Yeti within Expedition Everest, so who knows what the mythical creature could be that Indy's trying to...
It could be Stitch.
Track down some archaeological
Let's try to chase out Stitch.
Very interesting to see that this is going to be its own brand new attraction, and
yes,
people are clearly very excited about this. But they also said that Dinosaur's going to be closing a little bit later. So Tropical Americas is going to be an 11-acre land, and they said that it will open by 2027. So they are set to close Dinosaur a little bit later. You've got a little bit more time to ride Dinosaur.
Okay, we have time.
They'll close it early next year for the retheme to Indiana
so we can
Jones.
still ride it every now and then.
Village within Tropical Americas. The translation of the village name is Village of Hope, and it's in the heart of a lush rainforest.
Okay.
Restaurantosaurus is going to be rethemed to a Colombian restaurant with Colombian-inspired dishes and delicacies, and also Encanto. Encanto's casita is going to be within, obviously, Tropical Americas. We knew that already.
Nope, we knew that.
The house is going to feel alive. You'll be able to see it alive from the outside as well.
That's going to be cool.
A model for this at the Imagineering Pavilion. So stay tuned later on today. I'll be doing another video on the models and everything, the maquettes.
Ooh, we got another stuff, more models and stuff. Okay.
But the attraction centers around the day that Antonio receives his gift, where he can talk to animals. So that's your link there to Animal Kingdom.
Okay. So then I have beef then? So we can retheme Tiana to be a sequel, but now we get Encanto have a whole land and it's going to be based on when he got his powers? Come on now. That don't make sense. You see what I... Okay, I'm digressing.
In terms of what does Encanto have to do with Animal Kingdom, the ride vehicles are going to be furniture. That's what they said. It's going to be...
The rides are going to be furniture. That's awesome.
And these pieces of furniture are going to magically move throughout the casita towards Antonio's room and the rainforest beyond. So that verbiage, I reckon it's going to be trackless. Who knows? From just looking at the artwork, it looks a little bit like a boat ride, but it could also be trackless, could be Omnimover. We still don't know exactly what the ride system is going to be for this attraction. We just got the artwork so far. Then also at Animal Kingdom, sadly, the Zootopia Tree of Life show is still in the works. I say sadly because I actually really like the Tough to Be a Bug attraction. I think I like it. A little bit of maintenance, a bit of TLC, but it's still a fantastic attraction, and I'm sad to see it go. I do
like it. It's pretty cool.
If it isn't broken, don't fix it. But obviously, do maintain it. But I don't...
Yeah, maintain it. Like, give us Wi-Fi in the building or something, because there's no reception in there at all. It's horrible.
I really think Zootopia really makes sense underneath the Tree of Life. I almost thought insects was the most logical, thematic
in the tree
point of view to put insects underneath the Tree of Life. That made a lot of sense. But apparently next winter, they said, for Zootopia Tree of Life. I don't know if that means it's going to be going down for refurbishment next winter, or it's going to be
opening next winter.
But they said next winter. They didn't really elaborate on that all too much. Then also, quick fire round, opening in 2025 at Walt Disney World. We've got Pirates of the Caribbean Lounge at the Magic Kingdom. We've got a new...
This was another one, another rumor that we already kind of knew about.
Piece of concept art for it, and more so than ever, I'm certain that this is going to be going to Pirates League, the former Pirates League location. It just adds up in terms of the size of the bar or the lounge that you can see in the artwork and all the theming elements that are already in there. Also,
that's pretty cool.
Announcement of a Spaceship Earth lounge is going to be coming to Epcot, and this is actually...
Ooh, we didn't know anything about some Epcot going on.
The old sponsor lounge, which...
The old sponsor lounge?
To Spaceship Earth, and it's above the post-show area there. So they've got that opening up as a new Spaceship Earth lounge to the public. This is clearly...
Where are they putting that?
Bringing the lounge idea, that exclusive space that they had at the top of that tabletop building that they had originally for World Celebration, and they're putting it into an existing space within Epcot. And it's going to have phenomenal views of World Showcase Lagoon and the Nighttime Spectacular. So good news from that. And also opening in 2025.
I don't like it.
Test Track 3.0.
I don't like
by
it.
World of Motion. We've had it confirmed it's opening next year. I did say that a few months ago that I thought the timetable for this is 2025. So good to get that confirmation on that one as well. Then a couple more announcements are that Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run is going to be getting a brand new mission. And it's
good.
Themed to Mandalorian.
It needs something. Because I don't like it.
Long ago, back in 2020.
I don't like Smuggler's Run. I feel like it's too basic and it's not enough interaction. Like there's 5 people, everyone's doing one thing. The people who fly do most of the work. I don't like it.
And so this is one that's been making the rounds for a while now, but it's good to know that they are working on it, and it should be opening fairly soon, probably 2025, 2026, in line with the movie Mandalorian and Grogu in 2026. So we got a
Mandalorian Grogu movie now.
Going to be adding something new to Millennium Falcon, because to be honest, is getting a bit stale now. They need something new there.
Oh, it's definitely stale.
To see that. Also, the international parks, we had confirmation of the
Shanghai's getting a Marvel attraction
at Shanghai Disneyland.
They're getting Spider-Man.
Spider-Man themed. And from the looks of the concept
it's a coaster.
At that moment, it looks like it's Cosmic Rewind, but themed to Spider-Man, in my opinion. There. But that's going to be coming to Shanghai Disneyland, and
I like that
Spider-Man attraction coming to Hong Kong Disneyland as well.
Aww, they're getting all the good stuff. Why they get all the good stuff? I love it. I want it.
Is harder to read from a ride.
That looks cool. I do like that.
But it looks a little bit like a drop tower. Don't have it confirmed in any way. But
it's like Tower of Terror or something. Yeah.
Spider-Man is,
but you can see through the top and everything.
Here, and they're doing a lot of investment with that IP. It's obviously a very popular IP. And then, very lastly, we also got the announcement that Disney Cruise Line is going to be.
How many ships you got?
And they're going to be adding 4 new ships to their fleet.
4 ships. Oh my god. 4 ships. Is it really that much of a profit? They're making that much money off these ships? That's crazy, because these ships are expensive. Man, that's great. I'm going on my first cruise in November, but I'm not going on a Disney cruise. I'm going on like a Carnival or something. I'm going for like one of the price that I'm paying for this cruise. I would have to pay like I could go on 4 cruises to pay for one Disney cruise. Like that's the price difference. It's crazy.
So that brings their total number of ships to 12 ships sailing around the world as part of Disney Cruise Line. That's just a massive fleet to have.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Disney Cruise Line. And yeah, that will be happening.
I don't like the water, by the way. I don't like being in the water that far. I don't even barely like putting my up to my knees in the water. I just don't. I don't know what's in it. It's not my world. They can have it. You know? I'll do a pool or something. Lazy river, but not an actual river. Just a lazy man-made river, so I don't have to worry about alligators and stuff. You know? That would be fun. But not real water.
in the coming years, so that'll be using a big chunk probably of the 60 billion as well.
Yeah.
And so that's everything in terms of a Disney Experiences showcase. Covered absolutely everything.
That's crazy.
What was announced. This was a jam-packed D23, unlike we've ever seen before.
I can't wait to see the models.
$60 billion.
That'll be cool.
In a big way.
I can't wait I can't wait to watch another video.
The one thing that I am a little bit trepidatious about is that obviously the CEO at the moment is Bob Iger, and the new CEO will be coming in 2026. That's when Iger will step down as CEO.
Right. So
you've got to have that new CEO also sign up to this huge capital expenditure for the Disney parks. And depending on how they're looking at the finances, they might scale some of these things back. But at the moment, let's take it in good faith. And a lot of these projects are in the near term, and some of them are.
You need these because Epic Universe, man.
But now it's over to you, the Waltoneers, and out of all of these announcements, these 23 announcements,
that's crazy.
Which are you most excited to experience, and which one?
I can't wait to see. I want to see Cars.
To see in the Disney parks, and most excited.
And I think
And also, if you had to pick one that might feasibly
fall off the table,
which one do you think that is? I'm really hoping it's not Villain's Kingdom, because
no, I don't think so. And we don't.
Let's finish the video. A huge reaction in the arena. So yeah. Fantastic news all around. With that being said for today, be sure to subscribe down below, hit the notification bell if you haven't already. We're going to be covering this all in more depth in the coming weeks ahead.
I didn't realize that this was messed up here.
Give this video a massive thumbs up if you haven't already, as it helps, other people see the video as well. And also a massive thank you to the official Waltoneers over on Patreon in the official Waltoneer Club.
Okay, the reason I'm looking most forward to Monsters is because I didn't know about it. I think that's what it is. You see, I was most excited about the things that I didn't know about. So, which it kind of sucks, but I know that just looking at the concept art of this Monsters ride looks cool, and I love those types of coasters. Like Guardians Cosmic Rewind is literally my favorite ride of all the parks. It's like not even close. Tron and Avatar are probably one of the next ones as far as like, I guess excitement and the type of, the ride it is and everything, like how cool it is. So I would say those, but I feel like Monsters is going to be another one of those things to where the concept looks pretty cool, and it's just so obviously there that it just makes sense. Going through the doors, like how Cosmic Rewind, you go through the portals and everything. I think that's going to be another banger. And just Monsters as the ride, as a land itself, just makes sense in Hollywood because they do have a lot of the Pixar characters there usually. Anyway, I wish they kind of had. I mean, now they're doing. Because it's weird because Disneyland has Pixar Place, so they can just put anything there. Whereas now we have more specific land. So we have Toy Story Land there. And now we're going to have, like Encanto, and we're going to have Cars. So we'll have actual Pixar lands there instead of just... And which is weird too because they have Pixar Place and then they have Cars Land over there too, which is kind of interesting. But so yeah, that's the one I'm most looking forward to because that's the one I never even knew about. So, and the roller coaster looks just amazing. And something that falls off the floor, I hope the Cars thing does kind of, but I don't think it's going to. What else? The Villains is going to be good. Just look at this. Look at this. That's S tier ride right there. Like automatic S tier ride, right? And then Avengers, it's Disneyland, but I can't wait for Avengers campers to get so big. Like, I love Marvel, man. I love it all. And this Tony Stark ride looks pretty cool, but it may do like AR or something. I'm kind of disappointed that this didn't become a whole land. I wish this would have been Coco Land would have been so amazing, so vibrant, and just look at that right there. Just like another Avatar in a way, where it could have been bright at night. Avatar's awesome because it's Avatar. The parade's gonna be awesome. The nighttime parade, I can't wait to see that. This is in Shanghai, I believe, or Paris. This is Paris. Yeah, this is what I'm not looking forward to, actually. I'm just not. I don't know why. Indiana Jones, hopefully it's going to be a banger too. I can't wait for that. The Encanto ride will be pretty cool looking too. I can't wait to see how they do that. Maybe it'll be trackless, but I don't like how it's set when he got his powers, because now you're telling me you can pick and choose. You can pick and choose what time frame that this ride is set in, and you're picking things from that movie, or you're picking things exactly from the movie instead of putting it in the future or whatever. Meanwhile, Tiana, you do that for Tiana, but you didn't do that for anything else. You didn't do that for Snow White. You told Snow White's tale. You know? Like, literally everything. Peter Pan. Peter Pan had 3 movies. There's Tinkerbell. There's all that stuff. But guess what? People only remember Peter Pan. I mean, that is a sad thing to say, but it is. Pirates. I mean, Pirates was by itself, so you can't really pick that one. What else? I mean, literally, they do that with everything, man. I mean, you got Rise of the Resistance that has Kylo Ren. And Kylo Ren is dead. You can meet Darth Vader at Hollywood. Darth Vader's dead. What happened? You know, because they're popular characters. But I'm ranting. I'm just rambling. But I think it just shows like I don't know. It just shows like a level of either disrespect or not thinking, or maybe just thinking you're better than, you could do better than the content that was given to you, you know, or something like that. I don't know what the thinking of it was, but just knowing that they are putting in Tiana only has 1 movie, so does Encanto. But you make Tiana a sequel, and you make this about the movie itself, a specific part of the movie. That means Casita's breaking down right now. Flame is like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I need to know what you guys think about it, because I tell you,
furniture.
It's just a little irritating when they do that. Zootopia. I do like Zootopia. I love that movie, right? However, I do think they should have just made it its own thing. They should have just added that to Animal Kingdom as a separate thing, instead of getting rid of Tough to Be a Bug. I feel like Tough to Be a Bug is perfect for where it's at, like he said, and they should just made another ride. That's all they should have did. Just have a separate ride specifically for Zootopia, or make a Zootopia land. You have all that land for it. You have this whole section of Dino Land. You have all this big water right in the middle of Animal Kingdom that you're not even using. Like, there's so much space there that you could just put like a whole section of Zootopia, just like a little section of it, and have a ride there and everything, and it'd be fine. Why get rid of Tough to Be a Bug? I do like Tough to Be a Bug. I don't like the Wi-Fi in it. But I'm digressing. You know what I mean? This we knew of, right? You know, we knew what Pirates was going to get their own like little lounge area to eat and everything. This is new. I do kind of like this. However, I don't know if I like it, because where is this going to be? And is this going to affect how I see the ball? I don't want this to be affected by me. The ball's compromised now. So don't compromise the golf ball, okay? That's one thing. Don't touch my golf ball. I'm being very serious about it. Don't touch my golf ball, right? So it'll be interesting to see where they put it. If they put it on top of the whatchamacallit, the Communicore Hall, if they put it on top of there or something, okay, fine. Put it on top of there. I don't care. That's actually a perfect spot for it, if I say so. Perfect spot for it. But don't touch that. Test Track we knew was coming up. This needs an overhaul. I mean, because I don't even like the ride, honestly, to tell you the truth. I don't like the ride. And oh man, I can't. I wanted to go on these Spider-Man's rides. They look so, and then no one can. The boats. I need to find out how much these boats are going. You know what I mean? Like how much money they make. because look what's coming up, man. Look what's coming up, guys. I'm telling you, it's coming and it's coming fast. So, and the thing is, it's almost smart to like give everyone a taste of Epic Universe. Like, let them go first, because they're not gonna have half of these things open next year. It's gonna take them years to open up all these lands and everything. So it's just gonna take forever, right? So it gives everyone a chance to go to Epic Universe, see it, like, oh, okay, it's cool, that looks cool, all right, man, all right, that's cool. I love Nintendo, I love Harry Potter, all right. And then Disney opens their stuff, and they're like, all right, yeah, we got to go to Disney now. I mean, it's a plus for everyone, for Orlando in general, because usually people go to multiple parks. They don't just go to Magic Kingdom sometimes. They go to Magic Kingdom, and they go to Epic Universe, and they'll go to Universal, and they'll go to, you know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff there that they just go to all these things. So it's a plus for everything, for all the parks. So I can't wait, man. Yeah. If I had to get a score for all of this, I would probably give it, it's got to be like an 8.5 or 8.7. It's pretty high up there. There's some things that I didn't know about. The Monsters Land's going to be amazing. We didn't know that they were going to expand Avengers, so that'll be cool. And it's going to have another ride on top of it, so it's going to have 4 rides total. So that's going to be cool. Yeah, Monster Land's going to be awesome. We didn't know about Cars Land. We knew there was going to be 2 lands in Magic Kingdom, and we knew Villains was going to be 1. So Cars Land is different. However, I don't like Cars Land there, but that's just me. And then Animal Kingdom, we knew Animal Kingdom was going to get exactly that, so we knew that. So yeah, there's a lot of things, like a lot of cool things that I'm looking forward to, and I can't wait. They need to hurry up and start building these things. I want everything to be built at the same time. I want all the parks to have construction at the same time and finish almost around the same time. Within the same year, I want everything to be done. So they all start at the same time and be done at the same time and get it all over with. Let's peel that band-aid, get to building, let's get it done, man. Because I can't wait for this stuff. We'll have more rides to ride and new experiences and cool aesthetics and buildings and lights and interactions, and everything's going to be so amazing. So I can't wait. Thank you guys again for watching. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about all these changes, what you like, what you don't like, what you feel that maybe you would change in regards to these announcements that would help facilitate some of these things that have been announced, or what you would get rid of and announce on your own. So yeah, that would be it. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button as always, and we'll see you next time. Peace out.